Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. This is episode 2 Turnabout Airlines. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started. The murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yat Takaratsu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. Hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. So he was still flying back when this happened. Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air to be precise. Thank you for flying Ifly Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seat belts. So what's with the wine spilling? What happened on this flight? Why are we unconscious? March 12th, 6:13 a.m. Flight I-390? First floor, lounge. Did you have too much to party there? Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Ha, slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm far less comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? Ugh, my head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. Or hand it off to an attendant. Ugh. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. Oh, the dots. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. Oh yeah. No wonder why he doesn't like earthquakes. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I remember that. Sorry, I needed my brain to get jogged there. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. What the? He looks... That doesn't look good right there. What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Eek! He's dead! Please, calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No, you have it all wrong. It wasn't me. March 12th, 6:41 a.m. Flight I-390, second floor, first class. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tornero. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse and it was a murder. What? A murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There is no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off. Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you, I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. He's got a point. I mean, we've seen a lot of prosecutors become murderers, including, 2 days from now, Mr. Portsman. Now, you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say. However, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong, incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested on our Captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Miss Tenero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. All the dots. To accuse a passenger is such a great crime without allowing him to give him a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? All the dots. You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you had to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. All the dots. Of course. As you wish. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. What Mr. Arrow saw. Wow, we're beginning this already. I swear to the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there, with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Well, that's it? That's her evidence? I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Alright. Telling the whole truth. Tell me, what exactly puts a pro and professional flight attendant for you? Well, it means we are very professional about we take care of our passengers. Services like fetching papers and responding to calls are done with speed and accuracy. I can assure you that I can give testimonies with the same level of professionalism. But I'm sure you have already realized that by now, right? It's a bit hard to appreciate your professionalism when I'm the one under suspicion. And there you have it. My professional testimony is accurate and reliable. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm certain you are the killer. You certainly seem sure of yourself. Of course, a professional flight attendant can't afford to make mistakes after all. Perhaps, but you must admit there are few who can look at a murder with a clear mind. We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. We'll even calmly serve you coffee, if you so wish, as the plane makes a splashdown. I fail to see how that would be the calm and rational thing to do in an emergency. Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers. That is the duty of all professional flight attendants. You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? The scene I saw in front of the elevator. Yes, what did you see in front of the elevator? That's what I was just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light from within. It was you, standing there, with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. The murder weapon. Dripping with blood, really now. I swear, that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't the passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. Oh, the dots. Excuse me. You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and am now listening to your defense, all with a smile. Apparently, you also lie with a smile on your face. Is she lying or is she just overreacting? I wonder. So, if you'll please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. I am not the culprit, and yet you will keep these restraints on me. Mr. Edgeworth, please try to understand what kind of situation you're in right now. And what exactly is my situation? I had the backing of the captain to keep you bound in this way. We are within our legal right to restrain anyone who might threaten our captain mid-flight. In essence, you're the same situation as someone who has been arrested by the police. So I am to stay restrained until I can clear up all of her doubts? At least I'm close. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud. And I'm going to capture some of that light with evidence. Okay, so we're back at the beginning. What evidence do we have? Alright, well we have our prosecutor badge. We have the travel wallet. Picking up on the floor isn't mine, so is it? This must be the guy who's dead. So that's not gonna help me. Documents discovered inside the elevator. Body found at 6:15 a.m. inside the elevator, stopped at the first floor lounge. And this looks like to be the murder weapon. Sky Magazine. Details meals, movies, and other services. Touch the check button for details. Flight itinerary. All times correspond to our departure time. So at 6:15, we would be serving drinks. How does that help us? That's all the evidence we have. What is this thing hanging around his neck? It's almost like a lanyard where he has like special access. Is that what this card is? Alright, I'm not really sure where we're going with this. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. Where is... The only thing I can think of is to show her the picture of the crime scene. Miss Tenero, what do you think about this piece of evidence? What do I think about it? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think that was it. Why are you apologizing? I was being unprofessional. As a pro, I should have listed your question with a smile. And I must answer all questions with a smile. Or just say what you mean. That you have no answer to my question. What am I supposed to do here? Drop a save. Can't check this. Pick up the floor of the elevator isn't mine, so who is it? It's gotta be this guy's. I'm kind of stuck at the moment. Maybe we should say you didn't see us in front of the elevator because we were serving drinks. I don't think that worked. No, that didn't work. So maybe we presented the right item at the wrong instance. I'm not okay. I'm kind of stuck because I'm not really sure what we do here. This is not unusual for me to get stuck in Ace Attorney. It's gonna happen. It's absolutely going to happen. Yeah, it's absolutely going to happen. The murder weapon dribbled with blood. Think as though it was a pastor saw, there'd be widespread panic. So she says she saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. I mean, it's not really dripping blood, but there's definitely blood on the weapon. Yeah, like I said, I'm just stuck here. Hold on, you guys. I know I can figure this out. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, I can't believe it. Normally I do a little bit better on these, but on this one, I'm not. There we go. Okay, so it was the wallet. All right, should I... The victim. Flight attendant charge of take care of first class. Okay, so I went back and just loaded my game, give myself a little bit more health points back, and presented the evidence. Miss Tenero, What is the yelling? What is with the yelling all of a sudden? Arg, force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood, is that correct? Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I am the killer, that I killed him with the travel wallet? But, all the dots, I saw blood dripping from the wallet, I know it did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Ah, then. That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There, that should clear up that pesky accusation. I don't know, am I blind, or is this obvious to everyone? Am I missing something? I feel like I missed something there. Which, you know, has happened in the past. I'm not gonna argue that. I am not as smart as the people who made this game. I'll say that straight up. I am not gonna solve everything on the first try, or the second try, or even the 15th try. It's just not gonna happen. Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside, please. She's trembling, and the tacked on please at the end sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of the wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we had no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tenero, if you would be so kind as open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright, I usually don't pry into the passenger's belongings, but we have no choice here. Republic of Borgia passport. It seems this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please, hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? All the dots. Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. Then this is... Acme Hicks, Republic of Borgia. Male? So he's, what, an ambassador? Diplomat? A leader? Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Acme Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. Wallet data update in my organizer. Oh my god, now is she going to say that we killed this guy and then took his travel wallet? You stole the victim's wallet. Oh dear god, she is. Didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Oh, the dots. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Here we go again. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Miss Hicks' money, weren't you? Really? The wallet's empty and the elevator is full of money. So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? I mean, this has to be the picture with all the money everywhere, right? As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. Shouldn't that be proof enough for you that I did not murder the victim? Not at all. Oh, and why not? Because that wallet may not have been what I thought it was. However, it is something you stole from Miss Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. You think I stole it? Yes, I'm very sorry to say it, and I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. Huh? I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am calling a passenger a thief. Oh, the dots. Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage. It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks' wallet. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. I don't think I have any sort of motive to speak of. I've never met Mr. Hicks before, and our only connection is this one flight. But that is more than enough of a reason. How do you figure? You were sitting in first class, and I think the implication is quite clear. You were out to steal Miss Hicks' money, weren't you? You think I was after his money? Where did that cockamamie idea come from? True, you were also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your face, on your forehead. They're not lines. They're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face. I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a flight before. All the dots. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble. She really is making a fool of herself pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present a piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony. Alright, yeah, this one I think what I need to do... Shoot, sorry, I went too far. I think I have to show the picture. Ah, darn it! Sorry, y'all. Still gonna use the buttons. I had to go and present that line. This line here. With the picture of the crime scene because there's money all over the floor. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. What is it now? Miss Tenero. I wonder if you noticed the contradiction with your own testimony. What are you talking about? It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about this scene would prove the motive for the murder was not the money? How about all the money everywhere? If I may direct your attention to the things thrown all over the floor. Ah! That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after. Ah! I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. But the wallet... Ah, yes, the wallet. You'll also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks's passport. Ah! If you are really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet. Forgive me, please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Ha, don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenero. Yes. You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark and looking into the light from the elevator. It's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. What? Who changed the font to Wingdings all of a sudden? What the heck does this mean? I don't even know how to say that. What is it now? I don't know where to begin with this. All the undecipherable characters. Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Bosnian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight too. I said that he's given the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. All the dots? All the dots. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time! You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I'd hope that I don't dissolve in water. But I don't think that's what you meant. I think I meant insolent. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinklebarak II. I'm a very wealthy man in Borgia. Borginia. I don't know, is that I silent? Is it Borgia? Or Borginia? I'm just gonna go with Borgia, because that kind of rolls off my tongue better. Borgia. Yeah, sure, Borgia. That's what I'm gonna go with. But I'm not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. I had to explain? Unbelievable! Inconceivable even! I will say it once and only once. I do not even have a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. License to love, laugh, maim, and murder. Huh. All the dots. All the dots. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? Ah, well, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little after that path of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Ah! Hicks was his name, was it? Then they say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in that lounge at that time was the prosecutor. Yes? All the dots. Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I was still eating. Still haven't finished, you see? Oh my god, what are you eating? Look at the size of that bread. Dude, that thing's bigger than you. And look at the drink. I want a drink like that. Sorry, I get distracted by food. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. Oh, the dots. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no idea of discounting what you put forth at this time, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say? The evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony. All the dots? Of course. I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that and knowing that, the small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone, a laptop or organizer I could see, but that's kind of low budget. Have you seen cell phones nowadays? I mean, when was this game made? Oh, hold on. I actually had to know this because that's kind of funny considering how expensive cell phones are nowadays. Ace Attorney Investigations. Let's see. Ace Attorney Investigations was made in 2009 in Japan. Internationally, 2010. So 2010, what were cell phones like in 2010? It's strange to ask that question, but when you think about how much technology has advanced over, 12 years, I can't honestly remember having a cell phone at 2010. No, wait, I did. I had a cell phone when I was, I got my first cell phone, I think, when it was, 2008? But I mean, they weren't super advanced at that time, right? I'm trying to think if I could play any games on my, first cell phone. And I'm drawing a blank. Anyway. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero. Yes. I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen and all that sort of things. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's the fox guarding the hen house. And I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I could clear up all the remaining doubts. All the dots. Miss Tenero. If you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. All the dots. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please, wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing the investigation, yes? Of course not. We will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. Oh, thank God. That would have been horrible if we were denied that. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Tenero. However, there is one condition. What, you gonna join me? I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. Meanwhile, this guy looks like he's about to, like, explode. It's only natural, as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Alright! Let's talk to our partner first. Are you in need of assistance? Captain's permission. Miss Tenero, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lounge. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around. If you could pass a message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation. I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, and I take no offense. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Yes, verily. Do you pinky swear you do on your honor as a professional prosecutor? I pinky swear I do on my honor as a professional prosecutor. Well, I guess that settles that. I feel my honor as a man slowly diminishing. Even if you show that to me, I still cannot allow you free reign. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you. Guilty until proven innocent, I see. Very Napoleonic. Alright, so all these are the same. Okay. I still want to know what's up with this, 6 o'clock drinks here. And that has to mean something, right? This would be what, 6 to 6:30? This would be 6:37. It seems like each one. No. Wait. This would be 7. Hold on. This would be 7 here. So from 6 to 7, there was a movie playing. Okay. I misread this. So what's up with the movie? Hurry up, investigate. There should not be wasted. Precious is human time. I believe that is how you say it. Precious is human time. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. Perhaps it's in the elevator? Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. I would always think you would be prepared, Edgeworth. Surprise me. If I may have a word with you. This mistake was so awesome. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here the whole time. Eat or speak. Please pick one. I think he chose to eat. Yes, I can hear that. Hey miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you knew anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots. That's no way to talk to a lady. I agree. Don't do that. I mean, that's not cool, man. Yes, she is a very beautiful woman, but don't talk to people like that. Is that a monkey in your arm? Excuse me, but I may have a word with you. Oh, the dots. You there. Is she asleep? I think she's asleep. If you need something, please let's just run over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you. I'm terribly sorry. She's been so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were a boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that was in the red. No, I mean, flight attendants have very, very difficult jobs, okay? So, I mean, especially considering everything that's happened on this flight. How did you find your meal to be, Mr. Edgeworth? Come to think of it, I forgot all about it. I must have been asleep or something. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare you something right away. What are you apologizing for, Miss Tenero? I failed in my professional duties by letting a passenger go hungry. Please, help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free. I think I'll take my time later, after I've solved the case, thanks. I like how he's still pointing in this general direction. Oh. In order to preserve the crime scene, I'm afraid the elevator is not in service. To get to the first floor lounge, we should take the stairs. Alright, so that's what the, this arrow was for over here. March 12th, 7:26 a.m. First floor lounge. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. So, my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I had to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for the business and economy class, no one can move between these two classes in first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered earlier. Alright, begin investigation. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statement. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. What clues point to where the killer could have been? If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. First order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Alright, let's start over here. Always go left to right. This door leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. So, could the killer have been a staff personnel? These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear you of any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. It's a gentleman thing to do. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. It's very cool how we could actually see the clouds in the background as we're moving along the sky. Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. The grand piano was the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. Oh, really? That's really cool. I kind of want one of those because I love piano music. That's not a piano. It's more like an overgrown music box. Ah, but its keys to press along with the music as though there really is someone playing it. I think I got the speakers wrong up here. Sorry about that. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Or maybe don't spend enough money on stuff. They just dock all of Gumshoe's money. This toppled over chair is yet another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no! Look at all that grape juice staining in the back. It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tow this plane. The Rocker Pals leaders sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing this conversation would get. Aw, be nice, Edgeworth. Alright, so this is the same. So probably here and here are gonna be the same things. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of Ifly Airlines, Mr. Hugo Ifly. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other of him is in his 80s. Really? Because they look exactly the same. Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Glasses and candles thrown in disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for the gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough for me to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. So why were you unconscious? The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilled at its feet. This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Hugo Ifly, who was a fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? Man, now I want some grape juice. I don't have any. But now I want some. What floors does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second floor. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Let's start with the obvious. What is this sinister looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Mr. Ifly. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. It's adorable. The bank is limited edition and is a popular one that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this be the murder weapon? That's what I was thinking. Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. Is this money too? Game? 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 I guess I can't click that because I'm not able to scroll down further than that. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Hicks, he really is dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right here. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see, she's over the trembling now, although no symptoms seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could that be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. I didn't know that. I can't see it from here. I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. I noticed something else right here. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Okay, where the heck? It looks like a museum of some kind. Photo of Mr. Hicks jotted down in my organizer. Yeah, I have. Anyway, well, my name is FlightlessBird, and this is your Story-Based Gaming channel, and this is our blind Let's Play. Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth has sort of brain fog there. Couldn't remember what we were playing. I'm just so wrapped up in the case. It's like, FlightlessBird, you don't want to stop, do you? You want to keep on going, right? No, I had to stop. Sorry. Love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. And until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.